Alright, what up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. Mo.J. You see it. The Coliseum, we here. About to try to get our tickets to get in this damn tour, and then we'll figure it out from there, you know? Should be like 30 minutes in here. We're gonna go down to the ground floor, give you guys a little bit of history. What a beautiful life. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me figure this out. The idea behind the Coliseum, there was an emperor in 70 AD who wanted a Coliseum, and it actually took till 80 AD for this to be completed, and it was completed by his son, Emperor Titus. We all know the primary use of the Coliseum, which was the gladiator games. We've seen TV shows, we've seen movies, and that's one reason I wanted to come. But they also did animal hunts in there, public executions, and mock naval battles, meaning they used to flood the Coliseum and actually bring in ships so they can kind of get an idea of how it was going to be out there in the seas. Now, it approximately ran for about 450 years, with the last recorded gladiator games in around 435 AD, and the animal hunts continued until about 523 AD. So we out front right now. We got our tickets. We got the paper tickets. We ain't get it online, but make sure you got your ID on you. I always recommend leave your passport in the room. I just got my regular driver license. If they don't take it, they don't take it. But more than likely, they will. They know you're a tourist. I think we had the guided tour, but we decided to go solo. And we're going to figure it out once we get inside. You know, I'm going to give you some history, let you know what the hell's going on. It's been 3 years since I was last here at the Coliseum, but I didn't go in the first time. So now, we entering. And I'm hearing at noon, they actually want me to get down there. They said they're going to have a lion out there, and I'll probably do one-on-one with the lion. We'll see if I can take a lion, and then we'll work up to the one versus one with a gorilla. But I don't know if they'll be able to have a gorilla come in this week. So we'll find out. Rome. So when you get in, have your ticket, your ID. I got me a bag. I don't care what nobody talking about. They talking about men shouldn't wear these. Man, this is a Nike pouch, all right? I keep my cameras in there. I keep everything in there. And it's easier to get through security with it. And anyone got a problem with the fanny pack, they just don't travel enough, so they don't know what it's good for. The main reason that the Coliseum was actually built was a symbol of the Roman power and engineering, because it's innovative. When you look at this, and at the time that they built this in 70 AD, we've never seen anything like this before, neither after, even with the technology that we have. Also, they said that it was a gift to the people, and it was really a political tool. Hey, look at this Coliseum we have for you. Come enjoy the games on your day off. But really, this was just them really showing off their power. And this is the central to the Roman entertainment and culture. You know how the emperors are. They need something to watch and something to enjoy. Well, we have the Coliseum. Pull on up, have a good time. I agree with you on that one. We just went up the stairs. It was probably about 30, 35 stairs, but we're on the second floor now. That's New Italy. This is Old Italy, but man, imagine they had you out here working 8 days a week, 42 hours a day, only for you to get some bread and some water at the end of the day. And then, if they wanted some entertainment, they might throw you in the pit. So, they got a lot of history upstairs that I'm gonna be going through. I don't know if I'm gonna record all of it, but I'm definitely gonna get you guys some stuff. As you just seen when we were coming up the stairs around the corner, some of the things you were looking at was actually graffiti that came from people that were in the Coliseum watching it. So while they were sitting out here bored, waiting for the next person to get attacked by a tiger or a bear, people were out here sketching out stuff on the stairs or wherever they were sitting at. And the important thing to do is always hydrate. Now, I forgot my water bottle in the room, but they do have vending machines up here. It's €150, so roughly about $2, but at least they ain't hitting you over the head, because think about it. It ain't the airport where they can run it up on you. They don't want nobody passing out here, because that is a liability. Even though I don't know if we signed anything or we consented to whatever happens on the inside, but it is what it is. But they do got vending machines on the top floor. I'm pretty sure they do downstairs. It's only €50. As far as the capacity of the Coliseum, they say that it's in between 50,000 and 80,000 with an average of 65,000. But some of the Roman records said that they put 87,000 people inside of the Coliseum. Now, I don't know about you, but I probably would have been in the back in the standing area. But typically the gladiator fights and other spectacles were not held daily or weekly. It was more of like a sporting event. So I'm thinking maybe a Super Bowl type, maybe a World Cup. Every now and then they would have a huge gladiator fight. It wasn't just every single Sunday they were going at it. Now, we ain't got the basement tour, but just looking at this, man, just being locked up in a damn cage, waiting for your opportunity to come up to fight for your freedom. And sometimes you just fighting just for pure entertainment. Man, it couldn't be me. But then again, I mean, if it's fighting for life, I think I'd fare all right. I could probably make maybe 3-4 rounds, maybe. Probably get tired out though, depending on what weapon they gave me, a staff, a sword, no shield. I don't think I would need a shield. On the bottom floor of the Coliseum, you can also see down into the basement, and this is where animal cages were. They had the wild animals waiting for their appearances, the gladiator holding areas. It was an elaborate masonry, so everything that they working on, ramps, pulleys, anything, scenery, props, it was all down in the basement. Also, there were slaves, there were workers. They all had their own little chambers down there in the basement, and they were either working to bring the animals up, or they were slaves that would come and clean up the bodies or be thrown out there as casualties of entertainment. But the Coliseum, it was just showing that brute strength and power that the Roman Empire had. So we just left the Coliseum. They got these damn stones down here. Don't come out here drunk. You ain't gonna make it. But we're going past the ark. I forgot what the name was. I'll have it inserted at the bottom of the screen. But we just walking around now. About to go up this hill. We're gonna see the Palatine, and then a couple other things. Of course, you know I'm terrible with names, but again, we'll get one last shot of the Coliseum. Again, just because it's cool outside, make sure you hydrate it, because it is hot. It's nothing but sun out here. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees. Man, I was in there sweating. Came about the jacket one time. But it's amazing, man. This is Italy, and we are in Rome. And I didn't have to fight nobody in the Coliseum, so that's a good thing. That's always a positive. You know, I got that bad hip, and I got that messed up side, but we survived. It's me, Mario. It's real acting a fool. The Coliseum, we just came right across the little courtyard, I guess you would say. And we're gonna see the Palatine Hill and the Roman Forum. Now, Palatine Hill is one of the 7 hills that Rome was built off of. The Roman emperors actually lived up here. It's an archaeological site. And shoot, they say it's supposed to have a lot of views. So, you know, I'm gonna get you some of the breathtaking views on my 360 cam. And then I'll do a little more research and figure out some stuff. But it looks nice up here. Very nice. Now, I ain't Roman, but if I was, this looks like a place that I would park my bench, if you know what I mean. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Circle for the fades. We ain't trying to go to Coliseum today. Bring them on up here. Yeah. This one might have been worse than the Coliseum. hill, and they're saying that there was a fire in AD 64. The slopes of the Palatine became a commercial area. So they said they started just shipping goods up here, but look at all this up here. Like I said, man, we be complaining about days off and not wanting to get up and work. Man, you see that? You see what they carried up there? It ain't no sick days. You feeling sick? Well, you must be sick of living. Cause they're gonna throw your ass in that Coliseum across the way, or the Palatine. Hey, they got a little spot up there. You just see it. But yeah, I like this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I always look at it from a standpoint of being a worker. You know, a lot of people say that their ancestors were kings and queens. I'm gonna be honest with you. My ancestors were probably workers. So I always look at things from the worker standpoint. And let me tell you, they were working. We had the Trevi Fountain. It was built in 1732, and it's actually the end of where the aqueduct is. So Rome, they got a lot of aqueducts, so that's why their water is good to drink. It's all filtered when it comes into the city. Pope Clement, I think it was the 8th, was the one that commissioned it, so they put it out here. And like I said, it's just significant because this is the end of where the aqueducts come in. So all of this is fresh water coming in. I'm pretty sure that this is filtered where you can't drink it. You know, they probably cleaned it. But also, you're supposed to throw a coin in there for good luck. With your right hand over your left shoulder. All right, it's day 2. Right now, we just got off the hop on, hop off bus. We're headed directly to the Vatican. Now, I'm not going in the Vatican. This is my second time seeing the Vatican, but it's way packed than it was last time I was here. Plus, you know, they just got a new pope. So we're gonna see how close we can get without being all up in the crowd. And we're gonna enjoy today. Vatican City is a sovereign state, and the origins trace back to about 4th century AD with Emperor Constantine I beginning the construction of it. Also, the Apostolic Palace, it began construction in 1450, and this is where the Pope actually stays. So why was this built? It was to honor St. Peter. The primary reason for building this was to mark and honor the burial site of St. Peter, the first Pope. All right, so it's gonna be a little wait to actually get into the Vatican, but you can see it over here. It's the Vatican, the 16th chapel. It's gonna be about an hour wait. So I say book your tickets online. So we're not gonna go in there. We're just gonna, you know, walk around. I'll probably give me some ice cream or something, give me a couple of souvenirs. But it's definitely good. You know, I give you guys the Vatican history. You might be seeing some old footage mixed in with my new footage from when I came in 22, because I never used it, and I'm like, hey, let me go ahead and put it to good use. But let me check my pockets, because you know. All right, we made it to the Pantheon. You see I'm in front of the fountain now. Pantheon's right here. The Pantheon was made about 126 AD. It is an active place of worship. Also, it has the largest dome on it. It's about 43 meters, and it's the largest concrete unreinforced dome. So I just found that out. I was reading a little thing over there. But other than that, there are tombs inside of here, and it is one of the best upholding monuments. I won't call it a monument, but one of the most upstanding pieces of history in Rome that's actually still standing. So it's nice, there's a lot of people out here. You do see people taking their marriage photos of, you know what I mean? He got their hand on that booty. Yeah, you know how it goes. But yeah, it's a lot of people out here. We out here chilling. My dog Trill right here. He looking for some gelato. So this is pretty much the end of the tour for us. I mean, we did 2 days. We're gonna probably walk around tonight and see if we can get some photos of some of the places with the lights on in the evening. Rome, very, very nice. I mean, be careful of the bums, because it's like a bum fight almost every night. But it's Saturday night, we're gonna see what we can get into. I'm definitely enjoying it though. But I always say this, good walking shoes, always hydrate, and you only need 2 to 3 days in each city. You can really knock out everything. We did the bus hop on, hop off. Today, it'll take you to the key points. We walked yesterday, probably about 25 to 30,000 steps. So we were just out and about getting it all day. You know, you gotta have your sun gear and hydrate, man. If we got anything else, I will be sure to put it in this video. But we've been out 2 days straight. I got probably over 7-8 hours of footage. I hope you guys enjoy Rome. I definitely did. And hey, 2 days and we in and out. I'm RomeDayTrip. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And also, comment what's the next city in Europe you want me to go to? Because I'm looking for something for Juneteenth and also 4th of July. But I'm thinking I'm doing Spain and 4th. Let me know. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
You know when I went to the ice cream museum?
Jamie on the beat, boy.